Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for yet another video. It has been absolutely ages since I've uploaded, I'm very sorry about that. But today we're back for a Rust update video. This month they actually have added a ridiculous amount of stuff, and actually on top of that just a whole bunch of really nice kind of adjustments, which is definitely needed. Before we dive any further though, if you are interested in seeing more Rust updates from me, do let me know by leaving a like on the video, helps a ton. Now this is actually recorded on my Viking Republic 2-time server. We've had a whole ton of changes, including kind of performance improvements, and just general kind of gameplay / quality of life things that I think make the server better than it was before. If you're looking for a nice, lightly modded 2-time server or a 4-time server, feel free to check out the link below. I'll be making videos on here, of course, and yeah, look forward to seeing you on the servers. Oh! Nope, that was a player. Can't see me. Okay, so they added a whole bunch of stuff like I was saying. It's hard to kind of pick through everything and decide what's worth the video. I'm going to try my best. I think kind of the most exciting to an extent for me is fractional reloading. Now what this means is in the past, whenever you reloaded a shotgun or a bolt action or whatever, it would always put in the same amount of shells regardless of how many rounds you used or need to be reloaded. So it's kind of just annoying. Like if you had one round, if you shot one round, you'd be reloading like 3 rounds every time or whatever. They've changed that now, so I need 1 round in this bolt, press R, little leg spike, but boom, it just put in 1 round and you're good to go. If you fire 2 shots, reload, then it just tosses in 2 and you're good to go. So it's a little bit more obviously realistic, and it's always just a little bit dumb because, you know, that's pretty standard thing. Same thing goes for the shotgun. Now they increased the reload speed of some of the guns because of this. So with the pump shotty, 2 shells, 1, 2, boom, good to go, back in the game. And yeah, you'll notice, like I said, the reload speed is improved. The Spaz 12 is also the same. It's a little buggy though, as you'll see here. Does some wacky stuff, but hey, it still works. But overall, this is just lovely to see. We've kind of been wanting this for ages, and I'm glad it's in. Next up, they actually added a grenade launcher. This thing's pretty incredible. You can get it off of the heavy scientists at the oil rig events. It has 3 types of ammo for it. You've got high explosive, you've got shotgun shells, and smoke grenades. So you've got a nice little selection there. Here's some, I believe it's high explosive. Yep, that's high explosive. So you can do some damage for sure. Smoke grenades are definitely pretty fun as well. Oh, he's freaking out. Yeah, let's do some spooking. A little bit of admin abuse casually. Never hurt anybody. Smoke grenades are honestly fantastic. I will definitely be using them quite a lot when I admin abuse. And then we've got what?
Mike, what's that?
Last round here is the shotgun shells. I have not. Let's see here. Okay, here's the stats for you. So high explosive does 50 damage. The radius for the explosive damage is pretty significant. I tested it out accidentally earlier, and it's pretty good. I have to disarm you, dude. Final warning, fam. Give back. Serious business. Oh, whoops. Overall, a pretty fun addition to the game. I think people are gonna love these things. I don't know the damage in terms of rating. I would assume it's gotta be decent. You can't craft it or anything like that, but I would hope to see it being used in combat. Now, while I'm on the way to the new oil rig, just thought I'd mention that they actually now made backpacks float in the water, because, you know, now that we're getting a lot more, like, people dying in water because of the oil rig, the loot previously just went to the bottom of the ocean, so you couldn't really get it. Now, thank God, the backpacks float, so if you kill someone while they're swimming away or whatever, you'll actually get their loot. Now that brings me to the next addition, which is the large oil rig. This is kind of just the next level of the oil rig events. People have been loving these things on my servers. They've been kind of very, very popular. I see people going to them a lot. This one's just kind of a bigger, beefed up version of that idea. There's some kind of flaming thing there, which is pretty snazzy. Overall, it just looks kind of intense. As you can see, plenty of scientists. Definitely no lack there. Overall, this is just a beefed up version of the smaller oil rig event, and, you know, probably more difficult as a solo because there's going to be more scientists on the get-go, and then when you call in the CH-47 event, there will be even more heavy scientists as well, so bigger risk but bigger reward. I'm sure you guys are familiar with, of course, silent raiding, which became pretty popular on Rust. They've made that pretty much not really worth doing, at least in my opinion. Basically, it used to be silent, of course, and now it's not really silent anymore, and also the weapons deteriorate a lot quicker. So if you look at the health of this AK here, firstly, it makes a ton of noise. But also, just look at that durability on the bottom. You can see I'm just eating through my durability like nothing. Here's what the explosive rounds sound like when they land. You can see that you can hear it from pretty darn far away. Whereas before, you basically could get away with raiding and no one would ever know. I think this is a good addition personally. I prefer the more conventional way of raiding myself. But, you know, it's still an option in theory. I guess if you have a lot of guns from PvP, you know, it could be worthwhile, but I'm happy with it. Along with this change, they made a awesome change to raiding, at least in my opinion. So I'm just gonna dummy raid this thing. I think it's 4. I haven't raided in Rust in far too long. So in the past, when a wall got destroyed, you could just immediately place down another wall. And this still works. Huh? Huh? Okay, I think I figured out the issue here. One sec, let's take a quick look. This should do the trick. Oh, they're gonna wonder what the heck's going on. Let's see, did this work? Can I place? I cannot place. Okay, thank God. So it was my issue. It's a server config thing, but as you can see, I can now not place on this this wall in particular for 30 seconds. This is going to obviously fix or improve the incentive to online raid, because people were arguing it's kind of just made online raiding. It was yet another reason to not bother online raiding. Not worth your time, dude, in my opinion, but you can certainly try. Might be a waste of ammo though. Solid effort. I think this is a solid change. Some people might be annoyed by it, but it just makes online raiding better, and currently everybody, or a lot of people, offline raid, obviously, so I'm happy with this one. But yeah, if you're a server owner, it looks like it's off by default, so the config option is here. In this case, I made it 30 seconds, but you could make it a minute, you could make it 2 minutes, totally up to you. They also did a nice little overhaul on the scientist outfits. As you can see, here is one variant. It just looks kind of higher quality than the previous version. Here's a peek at numero 2. We got the blue variant. Once again, just looking more high quality overall. No complaints. Now, cheating in Rust, of course, has always been an issue, but as of late, it's gotten kind of a little bit worse, I would say. EAC just isn't working as well. But it sounds like that they updated their Easy Anti-Cheat SDK, software development kit. So supposedly the anti-cheats should be a little bit more solid. It sounds like the big change here is that it's gonna issue out automated temporary bans if somebody is suspicious. So it sounds like bans will just be issued out quicker than previously, so that's promising. An interesting addition here is they now issue out temporary game bans with players that play with cheaters, so kind of just to reduce the incentive or make it as uninviting as possible to play with cheaters, which I certainly think is good. And lastly, they added a super potato mode in the graphics options, so if you're getting pretty bad performance on your 2008 MacBook Air, this might be the trick for you. Now, like I said, they actually have added a whole bunch more stuff than what I'm listing here. I mean, they increased for example, code locks now stacked to 10 and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, it'd take too long to cover these all in detail, but I figured some of you guys might want to know most of them, so quick little lightning round, I guess. First and foremost, they added a combat knife. It stabs people. It's very nice. The Thompson can now accept flashlights and laser sights. The compound bow has the same damage as the hunting bow now when it's not charged. That way you can use it no matter what. Hollow sight now adds 2 times zoom, and there's an accuracy bonus. The 4 power got renamed to the 8 power, and the 8 power got renamed to the 16 power because of a FOV kind of oversight on Facepunch's part or something. The simple sight got a bit of an overhaul. It's simpler. Code locks stacked to 10, like I said. Barricades stacked to 10, which is cool. Underwater crates untie in half the time. Heavy armor got a buff. And there's some stuff with SAM sites. There was some stuff with minicopters. I think you guys get the gist. They did a whole whack of quality of life changes. I'm getting most of this info off Rustified, if you're wondering, so if you want like full in-depth details, I suggest hopping over there. The point of these videos, in my opinion, is for me to kind of give you guys some heads up on the big core things, to get you guys hyped up about the game and back in-game and playing. You know, I'm not here to go on about all the extensive details. I hope that's okay. I think that there are people that are more thorough than me, undoubtedly, but I'm just trying to keep it quick, you know? Nice to see that the devs are still pushing out these absolutely incredible updates, even though the game is obviously past early access and all that jazz. This is a brilliant update. I appreciate that they did a lot of quality of life stuff instead of just adding content. Feels like it's been a while since they've done that. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me, guys. Hopefully you found this interesting or entertaining. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.